Hello, girls. And this is time to look at the projections and milestones, status and timeline. Obviously, some of you have received this as your task, so I'm just going to be talking you through what to expect. Now, this is all. Now, just a sign of warning. I'm giving this video to every girl that I'm assisting. So you want to make sure your design is different. So what I'm trying to explain is the concept, okay? So don't copy exactly the same thing. So long as you understand me, you apply it to whatever project you're working on. All right, so what exactly is milestone? Milestone basically means where you are, what are the major accomplishments you have done to date, okay? Now, for instance, you have maybe designed your application, your app. Okay, you have acquired 2 customers, as you can see here. You have uploaded your app on the App Store. Obviously, I believe we should do that before we submit. You upload your app in the App Store. So those are milestones. They are key, very huge things you've done. So they're called milestones, okay, accomplishments. All right, so that's what this part is all about. The major things you have accomplished. So that's what major milestone represents. So now look at what we have here. You have year 1, completed app, acquired 2 major customers, 1,000 downloads. I beg your pardon, this is supposed to be 1,000, not 100 there. And from the App Store. And the user counts that you've done till date is 1,000. Say currently. The reason I use the word currently because obviously you just did the app and you are we still have a couple of months for the end of the year. You can see this is year 1. So I just said user count is 1,000. This is current. That's the current user count. So but at the end of 2019, we expected that the user count would be 50,000. What do I mean by user count? So that means the number of people that have actually maybe downloaded your app. All right. Or clicked onto your app or whatever it is, okay? But in this case will be the number of people. I'm using this as an example that have downloaded the app. So I'm expecting that at the end of 2019, I would have had 50,000 people that have downloaded the app, all right? Then what do I mean by Sean? Sean basically means the number of people maybe that probably, if for instance, there was a trial, you give them a trial to look at it, they never purchased it, or that left your app, that did not make use of it, that did not purchase it, maybe after trial, whatever, so that could come on the churn, okay? So I actually, is good to use percentage. Say for instance now, what I did here, we have say 50,000 at the end of the month, so 50,000 at the end of the year 1. So I'm expecting that 55,000 will Sean, that will leave you will not make use of my app anymore, or will say, oh yeah, maybe try and they will not continue. So in that case, the first year I put 55,000, so 55,000 multiplied by percentage, multiplied by 50,000, you get 27,500. All right, so that's a percentage of people that will leave or that will not use my app anymore per year. So it is expected that the first year, typically, you're still trying to get people on board. So you have more people leaving as opposed to people staying. So as you can see, in the second year, the number of counts increased. I beg your pardon. The number of counts increased to 250,000, and the churn was 50%, which its though is more than this, but you see is the percentage of the number of counts. All right, and again, look at some other milestones, accomplishments, and of course, this is the timeline. You can see we have 3 things here: milestones, projection, and timeline. So year 2, we have add features to visualize data in the graphical form. Whatever you plan to add to your app, that's what should come there. So because your app will continuously be developing. So there are some things that you will not, because of time, you're unable to do that. So you just complete the ones you can complete. Then the plan will be that, maybe by the end of the year or by year 2, you would have accomplished or completed some certain part of your app. app. Okay, because it's a work in progress. You can't finish everything, especially within the short period of time. So you need to state all that. These are the things you hope to accomplish. That's the projection, and in year 2, and you apply for government funding. That's the plan. So whatever you think you want to do, you just put it there. This is just an example for me. All right, year 3, design a French version of a French and a Spanish version of the app for scalability, because I'm planning to sell my app or sell my products outside the country. I want to replicate the same model in another country, and I decided to use French, change and design it in French and Spanish. Maybe I chose that because I feel and my customers will be there, or potential customers that will use this particular app will be there. All right, so you also make sure you want to do that, and it doesn't have to be French, but you want to try and figure out where will this app sell the most. Do you need to convert it to different languages so that you can reach more people? Then, of course, I have the 4th year there. Ignore the March 1st there. So I have the 4th year, add different language options, whatever. So all those are just samples, okay? But you could see the major thing here, the chance, I have them calculated correctly. 45%. You could see that it's reducing. It's reducing. At year 4, people are getting comfortable with your app, and the people not buying it will be reducing gradually. All right, I hope this is clear for you guys that needs to work on this part of it. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.